بهر نبردی بیامان آماده باش آماده باش در معرکه سنگی بگویید به دشمن آماده جنگی بگویید به دشمن در حمله ما یک اثر از دیو نماند.
Hey, Marcus Conte reporting. The funeral of Qasim Soleimani, no joke, man. Look at all these people out there, man. Hey, listen, you knock off the number 3 man in the country. It's crazy, right? So here's the funeral procession throughout Iran. And we'll talk about that a little bit. But mostly, Marcus Conte reporting on the unbelievable Bernie fucking Sanders. Bernie Sanders pulling away from the corporate Democrats. I told you. Hey, listen, man, Trump people, you could go away now. You could fucking, I don't care, unsubscribe. I see what you're doing. Lost like 20, 30 people. Fuck you, man. Don't let the door hit you in the ass if you're not ready for the truth. Right? Because that's what we're here for. We're here for that shit right here. Right? And this is the truth of the matter. Right? So Bernie Sanders. Who said it? What kind? Listen, I'm neutral, right? I ain't neutral. I'm behind Sanders, but just imagine if I was neutral. You remember I had said a long time ago. They said, "Oh, Bernie Sanders, he's not running again. He's too old." He's running. Of course, he's running. He's not gonna. He can't win. He's not electable. Fucking come on, man. It was so obvious that, he's a traitor. He let all his people down and they won't follow him. How has Bernie Sanders let anybody down? Bernie Sanders is currently running for the highest office again. Yeah. He played a little politics, but he's still alive, right? He's not. Sometimes shit takes a while, right? So Bernie Sanders is surging in the polls. They're the fake polls, right? But let's say that the polls are real. Let's say that the polls are polling only corporatist Democrats, people with landlines, old people in nursing homes, whatever, dead people. Whoever they're polling, it seems that the polls have now shifted. Those fake polls, those skewed polls are now shifting away from the corporate Democrats. So let's have a look, right? Let's have a look. So, but I just wanted to point out that this is interesting. Deadly stampede erupts as funeral for Iranian General Qasim Soleimani, right? 32 people dead and 190 injured in a rampage. That's crazy, man. This isn't going away. That's what I'm trying to say. This business of Qasim Soleimani getting shot, getting blown to pieces, and his arm and his hand with the ring, exploited throughout American media, is not going away. You don't kill the number 2 or 3 man in a country and expect them to just lay down. What if Mike Pompeo got blown up or gunned down in a foreign nation? What if Mike Pence got blown away? And what happened? What would happen? It would be the same story. So we're going to war. It's a war. The people there are not fucking around. Look at all these people, man. Just look at all the people. Look at all the people trying to touch the dead body. This shit is crazy. Right? There's millions of people out in the street in Iran. Millions of people. Millions of people out in the streets in Iran. Right? So to be continued. We'll keep following it. So let's jump in. So there's new polls out, January 7, that's today. That's actually this morning. Emerson puts out a poll of New Mexico, and what do you got? Bernie Sanders, 28% to Biden, 27%, Yang, 10%, Warren, 8%. Buttigieg, 7%. So Yang doesn't count anymore because he's not polling nationally above 5%. So forget about him. He's not even going to be on the debate stage, which we'll talk about in a second. But what you see is Sanders leading Biden in New Mexico. Does New Mexico really matter? I don't know. But here's the one that I want to talk about. So Sunday, January 5, 2 days ago, Iowa Democratic Presidential Caucus, CBS YouGov put out a poll, and they've got all these cats at 23% in a tie. Sanders 23, Buttigieg 23, and Joe Biden 23. Elizabeth Warren, even in the fake poll, is still falling like a rock. She's down to 16%. Amy Klobuchar 7. And that's all we'll really talk about. Steyer and Tulsi and people like Cory Booker and Bennett. They're not even going to show. So why continue to discuss them? So again, Iowa, everybody is at 23. That's an indication that what? That Sanders is winning because they're not polling the young people. Right? Biden and Buttigieg can't get a single person under 25 years old in front of them. Right? And that's who's going to show up to the polls. Sanders, they're gonna swarm Iowa and New Hampshire. All of Bernie's people, the 5 million fucking donors and how many hundreds of thousands of volunteers that Bernie Sanders has. They're going to all converge on Iowa and New Hampshire. Look at New Hampshire. New Hampshire Democratic presidential primary, CBS poll, has Bernie Sanders 27, Biden 25, Buttigieg 13. So there you have it. There you have it. The first contests will be Iowa, New Hampshire, Nevada, and South Carolina. South Carolina? Yeah, South Carolina. Which doesn't matter. South Carolina doesn't matter. Nevada is interesting, but it's really about Iowa and New Hampshire. And Bernie fucking Sanders is winning there. Even the skewed corporatist polls got him up on top. So let's look at the next debate. It's the last debate where these 5 people will face off before the Iowa caucus. So you got Joe Biden so far qualified, Pete Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar. How the hell is she still hanging on? Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. So we're going to see a stage of 5. The only 2 that could still enter, Tom Steyer and Andrew Yang. There's a January 10 cutoff to meet certain requirements, qualification requirements. But it doesn't look like they're going to do it. So hopefully we'll just get these 5 right here. Biden, Buttigieg, Klobuchar, Sanders, Warren. Going into the January, this will be January 14. It's next Tuesday. January 14 debate is scheduled to take place at Drake University. Hosted by CNN and Des Moines Register, will be the final Democratic debate before Iowa caucus. Additional debates. Okay, so there's more. So once that goes down, then they'll have Friday, February 7, another debate in Manchester, New Hampshire, and then on the 7th, and then the 11th we'll have the New Hampshire primary. So this is all happening, man. This is the shit, man. This is the fucking game right here, right? Even if you don't like it, at least you can, it's something to bet on, right? My money's on Bernie Sanders. I got Bernie to win, man. New Hampshire, Iowa, I said it first. I said he's running. I said he's going to win. I said his coalition is not falling apart. And the young people love their fucking Bernie Sanders. Feel the burn. 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 Feel it. Can you feel it? Wednesday, February 19, then there's another debate, February 19 in Las Vegas. Okay? And then the Nevada caucus is February 22nd. So it's all coming. It's all happening. It's all happening. And then in South Carolina on the 29th, the very end of the month, we'll have South Carolina. And that's one that Biden could squeak by because they'll say, oh, look, all the blacks, they love Biden. The blacks love Biden. Black Biden. Biden black. Black. They like Biden because he's Obama. Obama, black Biden. That's bullshit. It's bullshit because nobody's going to win. No Democrat's going to win in South Carolina anyway, so it doesn't matter. So there you have it. That's what's going to happen in the that's the fake polls, and the debate could be a better look. Look how they pitched the debate. All right, where's fucking Bernie Sanders? They got Buttigieg. Interesting phenomena too. I want to just go back to this for a second. Is that Buttigieg is actually a thorn, if you really think about it, is a thorn in Joe Biden's side, because he's sucking votes away from the moderate center. Right? He's splitting Biden. He's taking votes away from Biden. If Buttigieg wasn't there, Biden would be winning. And Buttigieg is a total fucking shit sandwich. Right? He's not going to win. He's not going to win. Right? Max Blumenthal says it the best. This is excellent. So Pete Buttigieg tweets out, this is about Venezuela. The illegitimate takeover of Venezuela National Assembly is further evidence that the dictator Maduro will stop at nothing to consolidate his grip on power. I stand behind Juan Guaido, the Venezuelan people, as they strive to reclaim their democracy and defend their rights. What a crock of shit, Pete Buttigieg, that Maduro consolidating his grip on power. He's the elected president. Juan Guaido is the insurgency nobody that nobody in the country even knows. But we know all about this, right? The coup failed, and Buttigieg is there championing Juan Guaido, the 30-something-year-old. So here's how Max Blumenthal sums up Pete Buttigieg. This is brilliant. This really pretty much says it. Mayor Pete is the U.S. analog to Juan Guaido. Mayor Pete is the U.S. analog to Juan Guaido, a hyper-entitled, previously unknown 30-something backwater politician vaulted into the public consciousness by an opaque national security state and financial elites desperate for a marketable Trojan horse and destined to fail. Ooh, Pete Buttigieg is Juan Guaido. Pete Buttigieg equals Juan Guaido. He's the insurgency nobody. That's very good, man. Thank you, Max Blumenthal, for that excellent insight into Pete Buttigieg. So, are they trying to stop Bernie? Are they going to just let him walk in? No. The Stop Bernie movement is in full swing. Look, there you go. There's Obama. Obama hates Bernie and has no idea how to stop him. The Stop Bernie shit is going to start to really pick up going into Super Tuesday. And that's where the big cheat, if any, if the cheat is going to happen, which it probably will, the big cheat will happen on Super Tuesday, March 3rd, in California, where 450 delegates, pledged delegates, will vote. There's 450 delegates up for grabs in California. California used to vote all the way in the back, and now it votes all the way up front on Super Tuesday. So 40% of all voting will occur on Super Tuesday. And that's where the big cheat will happen, because they're not caucuses. You can't see the vote. You can't see people actually casting votes. You can't see it. The machines are, fucking screwed and rigged, and we know that, right? And nonetheless, we still have our fingers crossed, and we are watching. See, that's the most important thing. Don't turn away. Turn towards the light. Look towards the light. Help me. Everybody, turn towards the light and see the light of God and the satanic forces that are burning down. Bernie Sanders for president. Bernie Sanders will win. Bernie will win the presidency. I see Bernie. Don't turn away. This is the time to turn towards the light. Turn towards the light. Former President Barack Obama's top lieutenants are eager to poke every conceivable hole in Bernie Sanders' resurging bid for a Democratic nomination. They're shitting in their pants. They're shitting in their pants right now because they can't stop him. If he wins outright, if he wins out in the open at the caucuses, it's very hard to make the case that he didn't win overall. Right? What is that? And what's carrying Biden? Biden is more electable? That's what they keep saying on mainstream media. They just keep repeating the lies. Biden's more electable. And you say, why? I don't know. He's just more electable. Bernie can't win. He's more electable because Bernie can't win. So, with no evidence. What evidence do you have that Biden is more electable than Bernie Sanders? When everybody loves Bernie Sanders won, clearly won the primary last time when they cheated him. How is Biden more electable? On what evidence? The only evidence you have is that all of the corporate elite media just keeps repeating it over and over. Biden is more electable. Bernie can't win. He's too old. He has a heart attack. Biden is more electable. And they're the same age. Biden is more electable. And they keep saying it over and over again. So this article is basically saying that expect Obama to jump out of a bowl of rice anytime soon. And when Sanders sweeps Iowa and New Hampshire and is clearly, rising, right? Because the media is not covering it. Right? The media they're not covering Bernie Sanders. He has more money. He has more grassroots support, better ground game, Bernie Sanders than anybody. And nobody's covering it. So, hey, Marcus Conte reporting. I hate to be the one, I got to grow an extra arm. I'm going to grow a third arm to pat myself on the back after this one because I said it right from the beginning. Conte said that Bernie Sanders is the favorite. And Bernie Sanders, he didn't go away. He didn't betray you. I know he bowed the knee to Hillary. Fuck all that shit. It doesn't matter. What matters is you have Bernie Sanders running on a platform of income and wealth equality throughout this country to take the money out of politics, to universal single-payer health care for all, expunge student loan debt, college tuition free at city and state universities, right? Stop the insurgency wars. Stop this bombing and blowing people up, the military-industrial complex. Get rid of the pharmaceutical industrial complex and the insurance companies that are ripping you off. Tax the corporations. Fair taxation for the corporations. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about a Green New Deal. We're talking about a boom in the economy for you and me, not just the billionaire class. That's what's on the line here. And if it doesn't happen, if Bernie Sanders should get swept under the rug and cheated, then, all those dreams, those are just, pompous things that people will continue to say. The radical left will continue to say that all that shit is coming. It's coming. We'll do it in 2024 and 2028. But no, Bernie Sanders is the real deal. And it's now or never. It's now or never. I think I want to sing that. Let's try this. It's now or never. Ah, la, la, la. It's now or never, mate. So that's what's going on in the world today. Bernie Sanders is now surging. Man, buckle your seatbelt for this one, boy, because this is going to be a fucking great ride. Get excited. Be excited about it. Even if you can't stand Bernie Sanders and you're a Trump guy, wouldn't you just love to see that debate? What do you want to see? Bernie Sanders, all right, look at it this way. What do you want to see? Bernie Sanders step on Elizabeth Warren's head daily, humiliate her and crush her and embarrass her. It's not really that much fun. Right? It's only fun for the pig that's doing it. Right? Or Biden can't sew a sentence together. He's going to get slaughtered, right? Or Pete Buttigieg. Can you imagine what Trump would do to Pete Buttigieg, the 37-year-old gay man from Indiana? He's going to destroy the guy. But put Bernie Sanders in the ring. Oh, what a fucking debate. Oh, my God. That's the fight of the century right there. So that's the one I'm rooting for. Marcus Conte reporting.